Hey you guys, and welcome to another video. Today I plan on introducing you to the Aldridge family. I am excited. Okay, let me just set the scene here. First of all, for me, it is 2:15 in the morning on July 20th, and I went to bed early, like 9, and I just woke up. I'm sure I'll hopefully fall back asleep, but I just woke up and I was like looking to see what time the horse ranch was available for download because I already pre-purchased it a couple days ago, but I am pretty excited about this whole thing. And this is probably the family that I will come to play with the horses, do the whole farm, cottage living type thing. The setting here is like in the 1920s. Actually, specifically the year 1920. And I do plan on playing. You won't see this family again till like next week sometime. Because I plan on spending some time in Chestnut Ridge and just like getting, the whole new game, um, like new town vibes, like doing all the things that we normally do when a new pack is downloaded. And once that settles down, then I will come back and play this family that I've created just for this, um, which I'm really excited about. Okay, so like I said, the setting for this family is in the year 1920. Um, Let me just give you kind of an idea of how the 20s in general was. Um, it was considered the decade of change. One reason is because it was the first year that women were given the right to vote, and it is also the era of the Prohibition. Um, And also, more than 60% of Americans live just below the poverty line. So I'm just kind of setting the scene. It was very taboo back then for women to even wear pants. Um, but they called it the Roaring Twenties. Because it was right after the World War One had ended. The economy was coming back to life, and it was very great. People started working like factory jobs, and it was a whole new era. So here is the actual story of my family who I have created, and I love. I want you guys to formally meet the Aldridge family. Like I said, the year is 1920. Tom and Eloise Aldridge just moved to Himferland Beckley. They came from Wittenberg, a city on the rise. He had just started working at a factory job, which he was paid pretty well for. Um, and then he got word that his father had passed. The farm that he grew up on his entire life is now his. Eloise also is from Hemford on Bagley and has not seen her family in over 8 years. Tom and Eloise have two children, Grace, who is 8, and Sawyer, who is 6 months. Together, they have decided that it was best for them to move home. They knew how difficult it would be because of the money they would lose, but were willing to put in work to build up this beautiful home and this beautiful family. Can they still thrive being farmers and making nectar in this Prohibition era? So, this is where we're at. Another thing I wanted to mention is that Tom and Eloise met when they were teenagers. They fell in love, and once they were old enough, they decided to take off and leave town to go to Wittenberg, um, so that they could be together. Their parents were very different, their his family is from the country, they're farmers, and her family is, they're townspeople, and they have a little more money. And so Clyde, her dad, didn't like Dean that much because of the fact that he is, a farmer. And so either way, they ran off to be together, and which is why they left together. They went to Wittenberg and they started a family. So they this is like the first time that the grandparents had gotten the opportunity to meet their own grandkids. So it's a very interesting story. I just think that the whole nectar making idea, I had created this family and the year and the time and all this before the nectar making came about, before I knew about it. And then I just started researching, and it just all fell together. Like, they're going to be making nectar during the Prohibition era. So it's very cool, I think. Um, their home is, I think I gave you guys a little tour last time. Their very simple home is just, they do have power, but as most people did, not all, but most people. Um, and they do have the simple living thing on. And we've got mom and dad, the kids' room. She does her own laundry with the wash tub and a clothesline, which is a lot of work. He does woodwork, takes care of all the animals, and they take care of the garden together. They take care of the kids together, and it's just this nice family from an older generation. Now I want to show you their family tree. Um, so Tom's mom, she actually died during childbirth, giving birth to him. Her name was Ada, and she was um, super pretty, and just something that he feels like um, it's hard for him to get over because he never got to actually meet his mom. His dad is Dean Aldridge, and he died of a stroke, a massive stroke. Um, and it was just the hardest thing for him to lose both of his parents and at such a young age. So, but here's Tom and Eloise, and then their two kids. And I want to show you Eloise's family because her family, she has her parents and she also has a sister, Maria. So her sister Maria is she's a teacher. She's very young. She's unmarried, no children. Um, and they don't get along, her and Eloise, that well. They have a very, very difficult compatibility in a relationship. As well as her mother, Dorothy, they kind of don't get along, all three, at all, hardly. Um, she is a little bit mean and she cannot stand her mom sometimes. Her dad, on the other hand, her dad and her have such a good relationship. They're Clyde and Dorothy Smith, and then if I didn't say Maria Smith. So they have a great relationship, like her dad and her, and especially her dad and her daughter Grace um are jokesters together, and it's just a very sweet relationship. So I'm just very excited for the Horse Pack Ranch to come out today and to just show you guys the gameplay that I have in store. And I hope you really like it. I can't wait to start making videos on this early this week, or early next week. But that is all for this video. Just wanted to really thoroughly introduce you to my new family. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.